back to the podcast. We're having another episode. Hi. Oh no. Okay, we're good. You had a slight issue there. We're doing good
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
Welcome. I hope everyone who's watching, listening, and hanging out is having a good time, a good day, evening, night, whatever day, time period it is. If it's the past, present, or future, I hope you're having a good one.
Yeah.
Um,
Hello, everybody.
I I want to share a theory before we get into it because I know you have a game you want to play. Um, Before we get into it, I want to shed a theory that I hope and I think it would be really neat if aliens invaded this year.
Oh, I love that.
I think it'd be really neat. I think it would be really fun. Uh, and when I say invaded, like there, for those who are conspiracy theorists, scientifically, it's impossible that we are the only living things in this universe. But aliens, in terms of like gray people and spaceships, if you don't already believe that they are already here among us, uh what I'm talking about is like presenting themselves to the people and becoming public things. So if you already believe that they're here, I'm talking like to the public. And if you don't believe they're here, then I am banking on an invasion.
I
Because
believe they're here.
oh yeah, I believe they're here too. Absolutely. With the amount of secrets that the every form of government has, and all the places that are restricted, and you can't go, and so on and so forth. Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. But nonetheless, I think it would be really neat if we had some form of a exposure. It'd be cool, fun. Why not? Let's add more chaos to the pot.
Yeah. I mean, everything else is happening. Last week, I think it was in Oklahoma or someplace out west. Uh, a, a family said that something crashed, and other people saw it, and that large green people were on their lawn.
Is it the one that I just saw?
Last week or 2 weeks ago.
Because I just saw a video. I just randomly caught a video that was of some guy or a family who apparently had an alien crash in their backyard,
Right.
and it was like hiding behind their forklift.
Mm-hmm.
I can't find the video anymore. Sad. Yeah, I can't find the video anymore. I was just looking at it before we went on. Um, so yeah, just needed to put that out there and put a little pep in the step. But anyways, let's start with what you had because there's something I want to talk about out later. But for now, I want to do the game you had.
Yeah, I was on the internet and I found the site redbubble.com. And at the site, it says questions to ask your best friend. And it also said questions to ask a new friend. In total, 20 questions.
Okay.
And uh, I originally, by the way, wanted to talk about the passing of actor Treat Williams, but I don't want to get into sadness. So this fits a good series to maybe brighten up your day if you have a best friend or have best friends rather than talk about sadness. Too often we say, oh, that's my friend, and we don't differentiate between friend and acquaintance, right, Peter?
Absolutely.
And very often we say, well, that's my friend, but we don't really know about my friend anymore. You don't know anything about them. You just say, hey, we go to parties together, we go to ball games, we go to bars, we double date, and all that crap. But do you know your best friend? So here are some questions, uh, and I'm I'm going to ask you the questions because you certainly are my best friend. Um, one of my two best friends, let's say.
Cool.
Uh, and let's see. Um, I wanted to get my other best friend Stu on here with this, but I don't think he could handle any technology. So
Can't
heck with
handle
it.
it. That's okay.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the first question. What is the very, and let's keep it civil. What is the very first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
Um, I mean, if we're talking the absolute first thing, then it's turn off my alarm. But if we're talking a physical thing outside of actually getting out of bed, um, is make my bed. I get up, I turn the alarm off, make my bed, take off my PJs and put on something else, whether it's something to walk around the house or clothes for the day, whatever it may be, depending on if I'm going out or not. But the first thing I do is as a physical act outside of my alarm is make my bed.
Okay. Very simple. Now, the first thing I do is I take a pill that I have to take and I walk into the kitchen and I make a cup of coffee. I go back to bed for an hour and then I get up. When I say go back to bed, I'll turn on TV and I'll go back and I will make breakfast. Now, sometimes this could be 2, 3 in the morning because you know my crazy hours.
Yeah.
Question question number two. What are you most afraid of?
Oh God. Um, I think that depends on the day and the mental health that I'm at. Um,
Okay.
because I think I think on every normal day, there's not really anything that I think I'm most afraid of or deathly afraid of. I think there's things that I'm afraid of or concerned about that are pretty on par or relatively equal with each other, but I don't think there's one glaring thing that I'm deeply and horribly afraid of on healthy days. When I've had very little sleep or I'm having a very poor mental health day, it is not dying, but being like 92 and waiting to die. But specifically like crippled. Like specifically being like a vegetable, not just like being old and waiting to die, but like being old and unable to like live life and just like live life based off of like a breathing tube and a couch. That because I'm tall. So for me, the fear of being super old with not having working knees or a working back and things of that nature. So on a poor mental health day, it's it's being extremely old, late mid to late 90s, and that being on that precipice of, you know, at best there's another 5 years here. Uh and I can't like go for a walk anymore. I have to be pushed. That.
Mhm.
Sorry if that was a little depressing.
Well, I you just touched on one of my answers.
Oh,
Uh,
is that what that is for you?
yeah, one of my answers is uh, I never thought I would be alone, but not having people be in contact with me makes me feel that I'm alone,
Mm,
and that uh, you know would, like you said, um, I'm not afraid of dying, that's for sure, but um, because I've lived a good life, but I am afraid of uh, dying with nobody there.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Being at the end or nearing the end while no one is around. Yes.
Yes. And more realistically, on a day-to-day basis, because I don't intend to leave anytime soon, I hope. Snakes. I hate snakes.
All right, Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Now, when in your life have you felt the proudest?
Oh God. The proudest?
Yeah, good questions, huh?
Yeah, what the hell? I'm having a rough time with this, and I haven't even lived a full. I've lived a quarter of a life. You probably got to sift through a lot of things. Um, when have I been the proudest? Uh, I was gonna pull this one memory, but that's not proud because I didn't. It's not necessarily participating. That's more like compassion. Um, proud? I don't know. I'm not sure I've had too many moments like that or any that I can remember because usually I don't take time to feel super proud about things because I'm either focused on making it better or I don't give myself that privilege to feel proud about it. What could it be? Um, I don't know.
You
Oh my God.
you want to get back to that question?
Yeah, you go first. You go first.
Okay. Well, in my younger years, I would have said making a lot of money, but then I lost a lot of money. So as I look back, now at age, I'll be 79 next year, I would say I am proudest that all my children and all my grandchildren have gone through life being good people, getting degrees, which doesn't mean they're good people, but being good people, not involved with drugs or anything like that. And uh,
There's still time.
yeah, I know. Uh, I know. And whenever I whenever I feel bad, I say to myself, "Hey, maybe I did a good job," because they're not tangibles. You know,
No, you
my
did a very good job. Yes. The
you know,
non-tangibles are the ones that are most worth it.
yeah.
Um, and I guess with that, I can segue into mine, which I get. Yes, I'll say this is probably one of my proudest moments. Is um more of an ability to look back on this situation more than a singular moment. Um, but it is the entering of college, which started the journey that I will be on the rest of my life of awareness, self improvement, and self love. Because prior to that, I was very much just on autopilot, living life, doing what I was told, blah blah blah, blah. And then going to college and um, taking a variety of religious courses that were like, here's what all the religions are of the world, and realizing that it took that for me to open up and realize the world is much bigger than just these views, and started down the ability of self-awareness, self-improvement, self-love, and so forth. And I think that is probably and currently my one of my proudest things because it has given me so much benefits, so much benefit now, let alone the rest of my life. So many good habits and things that whether I'm implementing now, have implemented, or plan to implement, the ability to be able to do that, right? Because there's just people in this world that are just completely unaware and they live life in a very, very closed off manner. And they have a life that's unhappy because they're just so close minded or so closed off to being able to admit they're wrong, being able to change their habits, being able to focus on pushing love and pushing support for others, and so on and so forth. Um, so yeah, I would say that.
Okay. Here's an important question. Do you have any regrets?
No,
No
no.
regrets.
I
Good.
because I think the idea, and I think if we want to get sappy about it, you can say, "Oh, I regret doing this," or "Oh, I wish I could have made $1 million like that." Like the people who go, "Oh, yeah, I regret not putting money into Bitcoin back in 2008," and it's like, uh, yeah, okay, I get it, and maybe that's just because I haven't had the most awful upbringing and the most awful of lives yet, like, because I'm still quite young and I'm not, 50 living in a box under a bridge. Um, Maybe that's also why I don't have enough things to regret.
Yeah, well,
But
you couldn't get a box big enough anyway.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I would have to get a box. I don't know what kind of box I would need. I'd need a boat. That's what I would need, a turned over boat.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't think I have any regrets because I like to think of it as if I did have a regret, then what I'm asking to do is change everything, because there's no such thing as changing one thing, because you change one thing in the past and everything else changes. The people you've met, the things you've done, the things you've discovered, all of it. So, you know, by asking for a regret, that means I want to change both good and bad. And I'm quite happy with the good.
Okay. Uh, my regrets, my regret is taking the greatest gift that we have for granted, time. I don't know if I used my time properly because I took it for granted and it went by very quickly. And in certain periods of time, I could have I could have taken mistakes and fixed them, and I could have spent more time with people that I wanted to. And I just did not use my time properly. I took it for granted. And a lot of times you only realize it, like when my wife passed away after being married almost 41 years. I never thought that that would happen. And so I wish I had more time, and I wish I could have used the time I had, which is the greatest gift, properly.
Okay.
What has been your most embarrassing moment?
Oh God, there's been a bunch. Most embarrassing moment. Uh, Most embarrassing moment. Um, I don't think I have one that's quantifiably most embarrassing to current myself. Um, but I'd say probably one of the ones that I think I would say it was considered one of the most embarrassing moments for me up until probably the end of high school was in middle school. Was it middle school? I think it was middle school. Or was it elementary school? Uh, no, it was middle school. Yeah. I had an end of the year party at my house. The whole grade was invited. All the kids. It was whatever, graduating class of like 70 kids, 100 kids, something like that. And at one point in the party, everyone's running around. Like it is mayhem. There's people everywhere. Uh, and at one point, me and like 8 people went to go play some form of spin the bottle in like a part of the property. And it was me, couple of guys and some couple of popular guys and a couple of popular girls. Now, a lot of people knew me, was not a popular kid. A lot of people knew me, and a lot of people knew me as a nice guy, but I was never one to be invited to things like this. So I was very nervous. I ended up getting spin the bottled with a girl who I had had a crush on in middle school at one time. And we went to go kiss. Now, me being a nervous wreck, I was at barely having kissed a woman at that time. I was everything was going through my head. Now, I was 6'2", 6'3" at the time. So she was standing, we were by a tree, and she was standing on like an overgrown tree root so she could get to my height. She goes to lean forward and steps to the side and misses, and we miss. And I
And,
think we
and
like kissed, we like did like a cheek tap, and she ran away and like told her friend that we missed, and I missed, and I was so embarrassed and so sad because that was like the pinnacle of my middle school years, was being heavily bullied and then getting to this point where I get to kiss one of the popular girls only to miss because she stepped on like the wrong tree root or something, and we both had our eyes closed. So that would probably be for me, because it, and then I had to keep going on with the party, like the event, because we weren't even close to being done. This was this was like hours before we were supposed to end. Uh
yeah, I
that
understand that.
that was probably my most embarrassing moment up until the end of high school.
Okay, that's not something too terrible. Um, I think my embarrassing moment can be said in one statement. When I was younger, uh, asking a girl to a dance or a party or on a date, and her saying no, that would be the most embarrassing thing. As I got older, I didn't care. I realized I was very, very cute and I was a catch, and that was their loss. And as I once told you, in between my first marriage and my second marriage, I just got disgusted of having so many dates and women actually calling me and coming to the house, that I try to become get away from women for a while. Didn't happen because I was lucky. I met my wife Dardanella, but being asking somebody out for a date and them saying no, and uh, I remember in the sixth grade asking this girl Carol to go to a party with me at Martin's house, finding out Martin didn't invite me to the party because he knew I was going to ask Carol. So that was embarrassing. But all that is all nonsensical. Um, I don't
Yeah, but
think
that's the
anything.
fun of it. That's the fun
Yeah,
of it.
yeah, nothing of importance may have been embarrassing. Next one. Who inspires you the most and why?
Who inspired?
Inspire,
Inspired or inspires?
inspires.
Uh, inspires. I don't think I think I have had people inspire me, like you've inspired me in the past, and a couple teachers I had at college inspired me in the past, but I don't think I have anyone currently that inspires me to strive and be better, because I'm more focusing and honing on my personal energy to inspire myself rather than trying to look for that in someone else. So I don't think I have anyone currently. I think I've had a few people in the past, like I said, you, professors, um, and like one or two celebrities at one point, but that's over the span of 15 years.
Mhm. Yeah, I have three family members that inspire me. Uh, I, my daughter, the mother, because she's a single mom and she does what she got to do to keep the family afloat. Uh, Even though I don't necessarily have a smooth ride with my son, he inspires me because he's a very hard worker. And most importantly, you, because yes, you,
Let's go.
yeah, because uh, you're always there if I need your help, and you have great patience, and you keep me alive, even on the days where I say to myself, "Eh, why am I alive?" So you inspire me to go on to the next day, and especially um, with your phone calls.
Yay,
Um,
good.
what was the last thing that made you cry?
Anime. Fastest answer so far.
Anime. Wow.
Fastest answer so far.
Better tell people what anime is. They may think that's a girl named
Anime.
Anime.
Yeah. Japanese cartoons. That's all it is. Um, it's like Marvel. It's like Marvel Comics. Think of Marvel Comics, but Japanese made into a TV show. Um, yeah. I love anime. And for my birthday, uh, Catherine, my girlfriend, got me a year's worth of Crunchyroll, which Crunchyroll is a streaming service for anime. And I got to catch up on all the shows that I've been wanting to watch but haven't been able to because stuff's been going on um and some of them are blocked off by paywalls and so forth. So yeah, anime was probably the last thing that's made me cry, or the most recent thing that's made me cry because it's just so good.
Okay, good. I'm glad a happy thing made you cry happily, right?
Oh no, it was a sad moment in the show,
Oh,
but it
uh,
was it was just very good. It was very well done.
okay, I'm glad you didn't have true sadness. That makes me happy. Uh, I would say it has to be the passing of my wife. That was the last thing that really made me cry. I mean, I've been sad and maybe I had tears, but that was one of the last things that made me cry, and I still cry over it. Um, if you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be and why?
If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be and why? Um, it would probably be something physical like health, because everything else I think I can work on. Um, like I think I would probably change having psoriasis so that I don't have to be on a medication for the rest of my life. Um, because like I said, everything else I think has, and I think I'm going off of this as if I could change it today, not start life over without it. Um, because I think that brings completely different values to this conversation. Um, but today, like if I could pick something that today would be over with, I think it would be the psoriasis, um, and not having to be on medication every 3 months for the rest of my life, and having to fight for my right to this medication that I need. Otherwise, I end up crippled and in pain for the rest of my life.
Okay, that's good. You're along the same lines as me. Uh, I would want to change about myself having the ailment that I have, and because it necessitates me taking too much medication and creates too many problems for me, this medication. But that would be it. Otherwise, like everybody else, I guess I would have liked to have made, but like I said before, better use of my time. Uh, what song has impacted you the most, and what makes it so special to you?
Um, Again, I think some of these questions are hard because it's asking you to bring something down to a singularity, and we as humans are not a singularity. We are much more complex than that. So I think picking a singular song is always hard, but for the sake of the conversation, one of them would have to be uh oh, it would have to be either Africa by Toto or where the hell did it go? No, I'll stick with Africa by Toto rather than trying to search for another one because something about it brings such joy, but in a harmonious, like choir choral based joy that feels angelic at times and euphoric in a way that, to me, if I'm a die, that's the kind of emotions that I need to feel as I'm dying, because that is the epitome, or not the epitome, the pinnacle of of positive human emotion. Now, doesn't always happen, but that song has, for whatever reason, positively impacted me so much. I don't know why. Maybe it's the chord, the chords, the way it's sung. I don't know. It just is such a euphoric song for me.
Okay. Okay, mine is very simple. It would have been Paul Anka wrote the song for Frank Sinatra called "My Way,"
Yeah.
and I love that song. I love the lyrics to it, and I would say that influenced me the most, doing things my way.
Yeah, that's a good
Um,
song.
yeah. If you could eat one food every day for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh God, this question. Uh
Yeah, you're a
one
foodie.
one food for the rest of my life.
Well, let's say one kind of food.
Well, what do you mean by that? Like a style, like Italian versus Japanese
Yeah,
versus
yeah, yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah.
oh, oh, um, oh God. Uh oh. Um oh no, it's either gonna be, oh wait, no, that's easy. Greek.
Okay,
I
great.
was like going way too far. I was going way too deep
Yeah,
into it.
okay. Yeah,
Greek,
I would.
easy.
Yeah, yeah. I would like to eat Chinese food.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
a
that
big
was that
variety.
was my that was why I was trying to figure it out, because I was like, Chinese or Japanese or something else. I was like, what am I
Yeah,
talking about? Greek
yeah,
food.
yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Because
Uh,
the Chinese and Japanese food would be a close second due to the noodles, like Chinese food with their lo mein and Japanese food with their ramen. That's got a grip on my soul. When I tell you
okay,
ramen, like, it doesn't have to be super fancy ramen. It could just be dollar ramen. But like when you go to a Japanese place and they give you a big bowl with like pork and all the different things and the fat udon noodles, oh my God, it grips me by my soul. But
okay,
Greek food will always have, because I'm Greek, it's like the missing puzzle piece. Whenever I have that Greek food, I feel holy. Not whole, I feel holy.
Holy
So
and gassy.
no, no, I
No,
don't.
no,
Greek food doesn't
okay.
make me gassy. It's just everything is so good. It's
Yeah,
so
okay.
good. It's got
Yeah, I
everything
like
you
it.
need.
Yeah,
It's got heavy vegetables, it's got lemon juice, it's got olive oil. They're not afraid to put heavy stuff like potatoes in there, but they're really good with lamb and fish. Oh my
okay.
God. Uh,
Yeah, I'm going to give you a question, but you got to make it brief. We got 10 more questions, but they're quick answers. But
okay,
this one
wait,
has to be
before we do that, we're gonna cut and we're gonna because Zoom cuts us off. So we're gonna cut. We'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, we're here. Go ahead. Ask that question. Let's hear it. I'll keep
okay.
it brief. I know I tend to be
Okay.
very explanatory with my answers.
You want to keep it long, but we're just going to have a long podcast. That's all.
Yeah, I get it.
Describe your perfect day from the time you wake up till the time you go to sleep.
Oh my God. Okay. This is oh yeah. Okay. Um wake up without an alarm. Just wake up feeling real good and energized relatively early. Not necessarily crazy early, but you know, 8 8 or 9. Have a nice light breakfast. Something probably along the lines of like a grilled chicken salad with, but the salad's got like kale and a bunch of other dark greens in there, not just leaves, or lettuce, I should say. Read, spend some time reading, out in the sun or in semi-sun, semi-shade. Do some yoga. Um, go for a walk and or actually no, don't go for a walk. Probably go for a hike. Go somewhere for a hike, somewhere nice. Um, and spend a good portion of the day going to this place, hiking, walking around, and then coming down. Um, mm, maybe going to a pool or something, or spending some time with friends, doing something, right? Whatever it is, golfing or like the what is it? Top golf, the fun golf, bowling, axe throwing, a water park, something. Water, maybe a water park that might be fun, but something, right? So first half of the day is hike. Second half of the day is going out, hanging out with friends. Um, and then obviously have lunch in there somewhere. Greek food, obviously, and Greek food for dinner. And then towards the night would be anime or a movie and maybe some video games. It depends. Maybe just some good chunk of anime and then bed, or anime video games in bed.
Okay. My perfect day would be waking up,
Period. Done.
done, waking up, getting up, remember where I am, remembering my name, uh, remembering to eat, which really don't have time, trouble forgetting, uh, and getting in my car, making sure I have my pants on, and going doing my errands, remembering where I live so I can come back, uh, getting back in the house and saying to myself, where have I been? What do I got to do yet for the rest of the day? Eating again, and trying to remember how many times I've eaten because I tend to forget that I've eaten sometimes. And then getting prepared for bed and just eating again because I forget that I already ate. And watching TV and just trying to get some sleep. That's my perfect day. And then hope I wake up in the morning.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. That's
Now this
good.
should, yeah. What is the last thing you do before you go to bed? Quick.
Last thing I do before I go to bed, drink water and put some chapstick on.
Okay. I brush my teeth and shave.
Carmex,
Okay.
Carmex for life. Blistex can go blow. I hate Blistex. Carmex, I'll eat. I ate Carmex for a video once. Carmex is amazing.
Okay. If you could join the cast of any TV show, what would it be?
Do I, if it's a superhero one, do I get a power?
Yeah.
Okay. So then probably some anime. Um, or maybe eh, yeah, probably an anime. I'd probably pick uh oh God, now I gotta pick an anime. Um, maybe Hunter x Hunter, maybe maybe My Hero Academia. That might be okay. We'll see. I don't know about that one. Maybe Naruto. That might be fun. But yeah, probably an anime because those are just way more fun. Assuming I can keep a power. If it's just like a normal one, then probably something else. I don't know. What about
Okay.
you?
Nah, there's too many shows. None of them. Uh,
I,
I wouldn't want to join any one of them.
I know which one you'd want to join.
What's that?
Star Trek.
That
You'd
is
want
correct. You're right. But there's
to.
like six different Star Treks. That's the problem.
It
Any
doesn't
Star
matter.
Trek,
Doesn't
any
matter
Star
because
Trek. You got
right,
me,
because
Peter.
being aboard that ship, traveling the stars, you get a teleporter thing, you get a laser beam, you get to energize, you get the
That's right.
hollow deck, you get everything that comes on that ship, plus the laser beam and the adventures. Yeah, you would so do that.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You got
Oh,
me.
maybe I'd be a
Especially,
Jedi.
yeah.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. So, all right, anime or Star Wars, assuming I could be a Jedi. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That's good.
Here, here's a question you alluded to in the beginning of the podcast. Do you believe in aliens?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it is an extreme form of unintelligence if you don't believe in them. Whether you believe that they are here on the planet is a separate conversation. But for them to exist, period, I think is just extremely unintelligent because like mathematically, it is provable on paper that we cannot be the only living thing in the universe. And therefore they are aliens. Whether we contact them or not, they are aliens. So yes, I do.
Yeah, I agree, and I do agree. I do believe what a lot of people say that our government is in contact with them,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
and
I
that
I believe NASA just had a whole fucking community board meeting about how they are unable to manage the domains they called it in the water, air, and space, and they're trying to focus on space because there's been a lot of recent sightings recently. But the underwater domains have gotten out of control, and currently and it's like they can't handle it, so they're going to focus on the air. And I was like, okay, that's a little weird, but yeah, just a little food for conspiracy thought for you.
okay. Um, I definitely believe in aliens. I believe that we're in contact with them. I believe that if the human race was exposed to them, the stupidity of our human race would, excuse me, would eventually cause us to have problems with them because we don't know how to get along with people.
Yeah. Oh,
And
absolutely. And I think there would be a lot of people who would self-destruct because they would claim it's their god coming to rapture them.
yeah,
So yeah, absolutely.
yeah. One last question. I'm not going to get into questions you'd ask a new friend. Just one last question. Uh, if your life had a theme song, what would it be?
If my life had a theme song, uh, God, uh, if my life had a theme song. Oh my God, yeah. If my life had a theme song, it would be a very specific song um from anime called Hunter x Hunter, and it's a song. It's not a full song, but it's a part of a song, and there's two renditions of it, but it's called like the World of Adventure, a World of Adventure, something to that effect. And it's a song that is played whenever they start a journey to go somewhere. And it's a very peppy, fun, happy song that is exciting, and it invokes this feeling that you're on the precipice of something great. So yes, that.
Yeah, mine, I'll just make up a title. Uh, it has to do with my family, especially my wife. Thank you for the love you gave me. That would be my theme song.
It's a good
And with
one.
that, yeah, and with that, I'm finished.
Those were good. Those were some of those were good questions. Some of them were just like hard ones, like your biggest regret or whatever, but some of them were pretty good.
Yeah, and it's if you want to look up other kinds of questions, it's on redbubble.com. These are not my original questions.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're not, no one's going to come after you for taking these questions off the website. It's
Okay.
more so when it comes to like news reporting and crap like that, that people will come after you. And even then, we're not, unless Joe Rogan's doing that, they're not going to really contact us. So we're fine.
hmm
Um,
can I ask you one question?
Go ahead.
What do you think? What do you think? Remember, we did a podcast on all politicians are legalized criminals.
Yeah.
Now that's coming to the forefront now, right? What do you think about uh, locking up Trump, Hillary, and Biden and putting them in the same cell together?
We'll lock them all up and we'll give each of them blow up Hulk fists, like you give kids from Walmart. They're Hulk fists, but they're blow up. You got to, and then they can duke it out with the
Yeah.
Hulk fists. I think that's a great idea.
Okay. Now, what do you got?
Hold on. There's one politician who I stand by, and I love her. And I think amongst all of them, if there's ever one to be the one good one, it's
Don't
Katie
tell me it's Katie Port.
Katie Porter.
Where,
She's
where is she
U.S.
from?
Catherine Porter, American politician, law professor, and lawyer, is the U.S. representative for California's 47th congressional district since 2023. She previously represented the 45th congressional district from 2019 to 2023. I love her. She she really puts effort into trying to get major corporations, major CEOs, and major politicians to actually answer questions. And she will bring out physical evidence and statistics and go, it's a yes or no, yes or no, yes or no, and physically get them to answer these questions. And they always deflect. But she is a strong and powerful woman who I think deserves way more than she gets.
No, my bad. I never heard of her. Okay, I
Yeah,
got to
no,
look
I
her
was
up.
not going to say AOC. Absolutely not.
I would have bet. I would have bet on it. Okay.
No, no. Katie Porter for the win. Katie Porter for
Okay.
president. That's what I would do. Um,
Okay.
yeah,
Sounds good.
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
look
yeah.
her up.
So
I don't know anything about her.
yeah, I highly recommend. Now, I would love to do more research into her and make sure that there's nothing that happened 20 years ago. Like, I don't like the new Democratic running person, Williamson, whatever her name is, Marion Williamson. She was apparently she's apparently very like in talks for being the best runner for Democratic side. Yet 3 years ago, or something relatively close, it was like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, uh, back 4 years ago, she had been a 20 plus year long, far, far, far right wing conservative who pushed heavy conservative Christian values that were bordering like Ron DeSantis level values, and then decided like 4 years ago that she's going to be she did a complete 180. And it feels like, at least what Gen Z is saying, is it feels like a plant. It feels like she's faking. It feels like she's lying and trying to just infiltrate the Democrats. Um,
Okay, never
so
heard of her.
yeah, and what I'm
I'm
saying is, I would love to hope that Katie Porter's not like that. But yeah,
okay.
Katie Porter would. If my money is on, if there's only one good person in U.S. politics, it's her.
Yeah, remember, Peter, it doesn't have to be politics. If you
Oh no,
dig deep,
absolutely,
if you dig deep, dig back further enough on anybody, you could find something.
absolutely. That's absolutely.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So what is the topic you want to talk about?
Oh, this can be relatively brief, and it's funny because that was a perfect segue, talking about how
Yeah,
they're all corrupt and so forth. Company by the name of Twitch is a household name for streaming platform, for streaming users. People who want to live stream go to Twitch. There's other places to live stream, right? YouTube, TikTok, Rumble, wherever. Twitch has been known and has cemented themselves as the place to go and grow, right? You can always grow on Twitch and move to YouTube, but you go to Twitch
how come we're
first,
not on Twitch?
because that's live streaming. This is recorded.
Oh, okay.
Um, and you can do, like, people are doing podcasts live and then just posting the recordings later on. But what happens, what the issue I have with Twitch, and what a lot of people have with Twitch, is they have been in the recent years becoming more and more money hungry, and to a point where their most recent decision may be the nail in the coffin, and I hope it is. Um, because they've dominated this sort of realm too long, and they've been getting away with too much. So recently they came out with a new advertisement policy issue where they are not going to allow people to have certain forms of advertisements on their streams anymore. And it's a variety of specific, very, very specific things. A banner, you're not allowed a banner at the top corner. You're not allowed a logo larger than 3% of the screen, and a couple other things. What that basically does is kills off any form of sponsored game streaming, video games. Because anytime someone does a sponsored video game stream, they have all of these things that are necessary that are being blocked. Um, and the scope of what they're trying to do is move those advertisements to their platform, because right now, sponsored deals, whenever you see a streamer sponsored by Spotify, sponsored by iHeartRadio, sponsored by Call of Duty, Twitch receives $0 from that. They receive no money because that is done with the streamer. So all those advertisements are money that Twitch does not see ever. Twitch has what's called a bounty board, where there's advertisements that are posted and you can pick one up and go, yep, I'll take that one, thanks, and I'll get paid. What they're trying to do is remove all these sponsorships so that advertisements go through Twitch's systems so that Twitch can get a cut, being greedy. Um, because of this decision, people like Ninja, who's one of the most popular streamers in the world, um, has lost 12,000 concurrent viewers. He streams on multiple platforms, but he's talking about how 12,000 people who watch him regularly will no longer be allowed to watch him because he can't stream on Twitch anymore. Um, a variety of streamers have said they're going to leave Twitch because of this policy. People that I watch, people that I don't watch, but tons and tons of people who are big streamers, millions of followers, subscribers, thousands of viewers every day. They're all going to be going somewhere else. Because this is on, mind you, this policy is on top of 5 other things. Recently, I think it was earlier this year, or it might have been sometime late last year, they made a new policy where they're going to be taking 50/50 cut from any money that you make through their service. So on streaming platforms, for those who don't know, people donate. They can give you money. As a thank you for your content. Thank you for playing this game and I get to watch. And there's different tiers and different ways to donate, and certain donations get you certain specialty things and so on and so forth. But there, you can donate as much money as you want. The industry standard right now is a 70/30. YouTube does it, Twitch does it, and then 1 or 2 other places do it. Twitch decided we want more. And so they said everyone who has a contract with us will be honored with a 70/30. Anyone new, you get a 50/50, which is absolute horse crap. They're closing the doors behind the people who are already successful. All the successful people get to keep another 20% of their money, but all the people who want to become successful on our platform have to pay us that 20%. Additionally, there has been a stupid amount of times and cases where Twitch can ban streamers for doing improper things or going against guidelines, right? Like if they got naked on stream, Twitch will remove or ban their account from streaming for a certain amount of time, permanently, a couple days, a week, a month, whatever. Twitch has consistently been giving women lax rules, in that there have been times where women have been in very small outfits like bikinis, or have accidentally flashed their camera, and men who wear shirts like this, literally sleeveless shirts, got banned for a week, or because they accidentally, like, their back was to the camera, but because they took a shirt off, they got banned for a month. But then when a woman does it, they don't get banned, or they get banned for like a day. And it's not just like small things like that. There's been other issues as well, where a woman threw her cat on stream because she was pissed at her cat, and it was animal abuse, physical and actual animal abuse. And everyone was calling on Twitch to do something about it, and they didn't do anything about it. But it was like separate companies contacted this woman to check on the cat because they were concerned, and it stirred up a whole bunch of stuff, but Twitch still did nothing. Twitch has also done some stuff racially. I believe there was a couple instances where they banned someone for doing certain content, but the white kid who did it didn't get banned for the exact same content. And just to prove a point, another white kid did that to prove that he's not going to get banned. So Twitch has, and on top of that, also the CEO doesn't participate in the culture at all. At all. There's no participation at all. He doesn't talk, he doesn't hang out, he doesn't, like, YouTube CEO is constantly participating, tweeting and sharing their views and talking with popular YouTubers and going on videos with them, and is willing to show her face because she's the face of the company. Twitch CEO does nothing. He, once in a while, once in a blue moon, you're lucky if you get a tweet from him that says congratulations. One of the biggest streamers on Twitch was Kai Cenat. He broke the world record for most subscribers, or something to that effect. Over 500,000. Millions of dollars. Millions and millions of dollars. Because I believe it's $4.99 per subscription. So roughly $2.5 million. And it took the CEO like a week after people got outraged for him to wish Kai Cenat congratulations. And then on top of that, Twitch also didn't give Kai a contract to work with them or to stay with Twitch after he just got them millions of dollars for being on their platform. Meanwhile, there were streamers who have 1,000 followers who got contracts before he did. Instead, they sent him a pair of crappy shoes. And so Twitch has been continuously screwing up and making decisions that seem to be only for the suits. For
Who,
you know,
who owns Twitch?
oh god, the guy's name is so forgettable.
Oh,
Hold on.
it's not another corporation?
You talk about the CEO of Twitch?
No, who's the owner?
Uh, who owns Twitch?
By the way, there's
Amazon.
rumors around Amazon. Okay. By the way, there's a rumor around that Apple's looking to buy out Disney.
Apple's looking to buy out Disney. Holy crap. There's no way. There's no way. That's like a $2 trillion deal.
Amazon has a lot of cash.
No shot. No shot. Two that
Well,
what?
it's a rumor.
Oh my god. How much would it cost to buy this entirely? I'm asking an AI. How much would it cost to buy Disney entirely? Based on search results, it is difficult to determine the exact cost of buying Disney entirely. However, here is what we know. As of March 21st, 2023, Disney's net worth was $176 billion. Disney currently has about 1.61 billion shares outstanding with a share price of around 150 billion. In 2017, an analyst estimated that it would cost Apple less than 200 billion to buy Disney, but this is only an estimate and does not reflect the actual cost. Yeah.
So they do mention it, huh?
All right, so never mind. It's not a $1 trillion deal. It's only a $200 billion deal.
Well,
Oh my God. That's
yeah,
disgusting. That
yeah. See,
that right there, that world ends. World ends. The world ends. That, like, Disney already is a monopoly that is a massive problem. Apple with Disney. Game over. Game over.
yeah. So, uh,
So, anyways, Twitch has continuously been making the wrong decisions. And I just wanted
mhm,
to share that because they're currently under fire for their recent issue with the advertisement policy. And they tried to backtrack and say, "Oh, sorry, we missed the mark. We'll explain it better in the coming weeks." Meanwhile, they explained it perfectly. They literally explained it with pictures, like we were too. So it's very obvious what they're doing, and I really hope that these streamers that have come out and said that they're going to leave Twitch, I hope they actually do, because I would really like to see someone new get the spotlight and see something else thrive, because Twitch for years now has been making poor decision after poor decision just to fill the pockets of suits and people who are looking for money.
yeah, terrible.
So, yeah,
Thanks for
that's
sharing that.
that's my micro rant for the day.
Okay,
Uh,
good. Did it make you feel better?
no, not at all.
Okay.
It's like yelling at a brick wall because they ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah,
they're
I
gonna
got
keep
that.
making money. That's what it
I,
is.
I got you. Money brings money.
At a
That's
certain point, it's an infinite money glitch.
yeah. Unless it becomes a pyramid thing. So
Well, no, if it becomes a pyramid thing, if you're at the top, then you win.
yeah, if you're in the top. Yeah. But okay.
Those are always
Anything
my
else?
favorite pyramid schemes. Oh my God. All right, real quick. 2 minutes. My absolute favorite thing about college was watching one by one as girls would get involved in pyramid schemes. It was always my favorite. Always. Because they were so stupid. And some of them would get out and go, "Oh my God, I can't believe I was a part of that." And then some of them would go even deeper and they would make it into a business. And I'm like, sister, you are 4 years deep into this pyramid scheme. Do you not realize you're still doing this? Yeah, but I'm making money. Yeah, it's still a scam. You have to buy the products from the company and then sell it on your own. And if you don't make a profit, it's your loss. Do you know how stupid that sounds? I
No,
can't. I can't. I just it's so fucking funny. And they come up with all these like weird titles to make you feel important, like Global World Astro Associate Leader and Super Global Astro Associate Leader. And then Mega Global, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on? You were here 6 months. How did you get this promotion to Global Associate Mega Butthole Leader already? God
mhm,
damn. Amazing.
yeah,
Absolutely amazing. It's a joy and a pleasure and a guilty pleasure at that.
yeah.
So,
I've seen it happen. Years ago, I had a company called Lady Dardanella Jewelers,
mm,
named after my wife, and we sold gold jewelry. And I had people working for us, and they got a commission. They didn't have to put up any money. I gave them jewelry because I trusted them to sell, but I told them to maintain the price. They, in turn, without me knowing, gave the jewelry out to their friends to sell, and they made money on their friends, and their friends would do the same. They made house parties.
yeah.
In a sense, it was like a pyramid thing. Somebody's going to get screwed. I cut it out because I saw it happening. And no matter how much money I'd make, I saw it happening. You know, it makes you reach for the sky. And I can understand why these girls get involved.
Well, of course,
It's
absolutely. We're broke college kids looking to make money and something that feels good, it feels like a good idea. But,
yeah, yeah,
if it's too good to
yeah,
be true, it probably is.
yeah. But you know what? I always say this. It's always good to have a dream and try to fulfill it. Just make sure your
Absolutely.
dream that just make sure your dream doesn't become cloudy. You know.
That's true. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else going?
That's it. We're done with this podcast. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
And
Don't bring your stuff to my house because we're not going to do a podcast at my house. That'll only be a week from now.
no, that's fine.
You'll
Even if you wanted to, we could, but I could just use my phone. Um,
uh, okay.
so yeah, maybe we will. Who knows? We'll see.
Okay.
But regardless,
Okay.
have a good evening, night, day, past, future, breakfast, lunch, dinner, nap, whatever you're doing. See you in the next one.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody be well. Stay healthy.
Peace out.
Peace out.